Welcome to Session 12 of the Jesse and Kyle Show. We've made it quite a long way since the first one. We've even gone so far as to fix the audio bugs we had. But we're gonna open it up today. Jesse and I were debating earlier about boxing gloves, and we wanted to know what you guys think. See, Jesse thinks it would be a great idea to have pink boxing gloves.
Well, let me explain. Because when you have pink boxing gloves, and tell them what you said. If somebody were to beat you in pink boxing gloves, how would you react?
I would be ashamed. I would never want to get in the ring again.
Exactly. So pink boxing gloves are almost the greatest weapon you can have in boxing.
I don't know, dude. I think I gotta stick with the black. I mean, that's my mojo.
But see, black is that's so common, man. If you have pink, and you said it yourself, if someone beats you with pink boxing gloves, you're not going to want to step back in the ring. You'll be so ashamed. How is that not the greatest power to have when you're boxing? If someone beats you with black boxing gloves, what are you going to say? Oh, well, at least that guy had some cool gloves.
Yeah.
But anyway, what color did you end up getting?
Oh, I got blue. You want to see him?
No, not really. Did you get 2 pairs of blue?
No. I got a pair of blue and a pair of red.
Where did you get them from?
Sports Authority. They actually had a pair of hook and loop, and I wasn't expecting to find those. I thought they were all going to be like the elastic kind.
Yeah. All right. Well, how much were they together? Because you said you were looking for a bundle. Were they bundled?
No.
And they're 16-pound, right?
16 ounces.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Yeah. You're slinging around 16-pound gloves. God help humanity, because I'm never going to get in front of you.
Especially.
No, they were $70
together
for both.
That's expensive, man. I guess not, but whatever.
Okay, well that was with the 2 mouth guards too.
Okay.
Because,
what color were your mouth guards? Not that matters. Just...
A clear one and a black one?
Really? Oh, man, because you know what? It'd be kind of cool to have a pink mouth guard, too.
My God.
Look, man, look. Man, I'm wearing a pink shirt. Right now. Anyway, imagine somebody hits you in the mouth. At least you're going to go out in style, because that pink mouth guard's going to come out. You're going to be spitting everywhere. At least you're going out in style. If it's clear, it's like, oh, I've seen this already. I've seen this in every Rocky movie. If it's black, it's like, what, that guy must have never brushed his teeth. But if it's pink, it's going to be like, oh, man, at least he went out in style. You don't think so?
Let's just go on to the next subject.
I have a question for you. I was debating this with my boss at work today. Or not necessarily debating, but we were talking about if you had the power to pause and then restart time. Not control it, like you can't go back in time and fix stuff, but if you had the power to pause it and then restart it again, what would you do with that power?
You can't go back?
No. I said that.
I would spend days at a time working out, so then by the time I unpaused time, and I was just, walking around like normal. I had a freaking Spartan 12-pack.
So the next day someone sees you, it's like, what? What did you do? What are your secrets? And then you can make a video and start selling it to everyone and stuff, and then be like that P90X guy. No, this is what I would do. This is actually what my boss said, and this is a great idea. You go to your all of your utilities. Go to the cable, internet, all of these places. Pause time before you walk in. And we also talked about, would the internet run if time was paused? And I don't think it would. So what
Probably not.
You take all the people and throw them in a room and lock the room and then start time again. And then you start, you go into your name, and you say, like, paid for the next 800 years. So you get free utilities for the rest of your life. And then, of course, you gotta pause time again, put them back where they were, and then start time again. They're gonna be confused as hell, but at least you'll have free utilities for the rest of your life.
What if, like, I just thought of this. Like, you go to, like, you know, an intersection with, like, you know how, sometimes it's got, like, 4 red lights? Well, you just pause everything at the 4 red lights, and then you just stick something completely random in the middle of the intersection.
You know what? Some places actually do that. Not pause time, obviously, but
yeah, I was gonna say what?
They'll put like a cardboard figure of I forgot where I heard this, but it's not in America. It's in some country.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, they have a cardboard figure of Brad Pitt's that you don't. Like, you slow down, because they go really fast, and they're like, wait, is that Brad Pitt? So they slow down, and then it turns out to be a cardboard image. Anyway, we worked hard for high school diplomas. What, 12, 13 years for some?
I didn't work that hard. I didn't work that hard for mine.
No, I was talking about how it took you 13 years to get it, but that's fine. Anyway, what have you done with your high school diploma since you've gotten it? And I'm talking about the actual hard copy. I'm not saying, oh, well, I'm going to go on to college now. I'm not saying like that. I mean the hard copy of your high school diploma.
It's just kind of sitting over on my dresser.
The thing is whenever you ask people what have they done with it, they always respond by something kind of like yours. It's just like, oh, it's somewhere in my attic, somewhere in my house. I actually used mine as a coaster the other day without realizing it. Now, once I realized, I took it off, of course. But just the fact that we worked, for 12 years on that piece of paper.
Okay, why are you gonna say 13 for me and 12 for you?
That joke was made a while ago, Kyle, and if you're just now realizing that, then
I know. I was just gonna let it go. I was just gonna let it go, and then you had to slip that one in there.
Anyway, yeah, and so and no.
It's not true,
really,
by the way.
No one has it framed or anything. I'm sure somebody somewhere has it framed, but college diplomas.
Why would you frame it? It's a piece of paper saying that the 12 worst years of your life are over.
Exactly.
Actually, that's a great. Yeah, I didn't think about it. That's a great reason to get it framed.
I slap you. All right. Anyway,
I'm sorry.
So you remember Chase, right? I hope you do.
Yeah. Love that kid.
One time he's had problems breathing his whole life, right? And he didn't even know it because he's had it his whole life. And he was just used to it.
I remember that because like we would just be sitting there and he'd be fine, and then all of a sudden he'd be like.
Yeah. Well, it turns out one of his nostrils had like a flappus skin or something. Yeah, it was blocking the air passage. So he got surgery on it and had it removed or had it moved over or something or another. And he could not basically touch his nose or blow his nose or anything for 3 weeks. That's a long time, by the way. So anyway, with about 2 days to go. All right, that's the funny part is he's already waited 2 weeks and then the majority of the third week, he decides it's a good idea to go play basketball. And naturally, in the middle of the game, because it can be an aggressive game, an aggressive sport.
Yeah.
Somebody bumps into his nose and undoes what the surgery did. And so now he has problems breathing again. Except this time he knows he has breathing problems. So this time he realizes it. Can you imagine how annoying that would be? Alright, lastly, because time's kind of running short, why don't you spit it out there?
What?
Story time.
Story time. Okay, yeah, story time. So we've decided, it was Jesse's idea, it's a good one. We've decided that we're going to pick like a word or a phrase, every few sessions, and we're going to get you guys' opinion on them. The word that we're picking right now is lurk. We want to know stories about what's happened with you guys with lurking. And do we have time for me to throw one out there?
No, but we'll probably write one in the description or something. Okay, this is going to be the end of session 12. Make sure you guys catch the other sessions if you haven't already. You can leave us comments on YouTube. Befriend us on Facebook at The Jesse and Kyle Show, or send us a Gmail at TheJesseAndKyleShow@gmail.com.